Hey everybody, Black Ninja 797 here, and welcome back to another Left 4 Dead 2 ranking video. In this ranking video, I'm going to be doing a ranking of all the different game mode difficulties from worst to best. This was actually a request by one of you guys. This was actually requested here by Bray, and I really like this idea because, believe it or not, Bray, I did not think of this myself, and you making this comment allowed me to be able to make another ranking episode, so thank you for that. So in this ranking video, I'm going to be ranking easy mode, normal mode, advanced mode, and expert mode, all in my opinion, from worst to best, and basically seeing what is essentially the perfect difficulty within Left 4 Dead 2. If you guys end up enjoying today's video, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe to show you guys support. And if there's any specific thing you want me to rank in the future, just let me know via the comment section down below. But anyways, guys, let's rank all the game mode difficulties in Left 4 Dead 2 from worst to best. Alrighty guys, so for the very first spot, this is going to end up being easy mode. Now why did I decide to put easy mode at the very bottom, you might be wondering. The reason why I decided to put easy mode at the very bottom is because this is the practice mode of Left 4 Dead. Because it's not normal mode, so it's not the intended difficulty, and it's not one of the harder modes like advanced mode or expert. This is the game mode that somebody should play if they are first getting introduced into Left 4 Dead. I played this myself, I'm pretty sure all of you guys have, and this is also a game mode that is very casual, and it's if you just want to play Left 4 Dead but you really don't want to put the effort in, this is what this game mode is designed for. Playing easy mode nowadays is just kind of mind-numbing. It's not exactly like it's a bad experience, but I would rather play normal mode or higher if I'm going to play Left 4 Dead regularly, because there's no threat and challenge in easy mode. You can't die by any stretch of the imagination. The only way you would end up dying is if you were just a new player. But at this point in Left 4 Dead's life cycle, with the game being over 10 years old, there is really no new players at this point. So really this game mode, it's only really used for ending up goofing around, or getting achievements, or just playing and just not really putting a lot of effort in. And that's not a bad thing per se, but for the sake of replayability, it's just not fun. If you wanted to play this game mode on a regular basis, I would recommend that you would at least up it to normal mode, because at least on normal mode, you do have the possibility to die, but on easy, the chances of you dying are pretty much slim to none, so there's no threat really, and it just kind of gets boring really fast. Now coming in for the next spot here, this is going to be the exact opposite of easy mode. This is going to end up being expert mode. So why am I deciding to put expert mode right after easy mode? I decided to put expert mode here at the number 3 spot is because expert mode is a very challenging mode, and that can be a good thing, and it can also end up being a bad thing. All these game modes are supposed to end up ranging in difficulties, so that way you, the player, can play the one you're the most comfortable with. Now, expert mode, I think, is a very valuable game mode, and it does have its place in Left 4 Dead, but for very similar reasons, although be it slightly different, I don't personally like to play expert mode all that much. Expert mode is a very nice game mode, and it does end up rewarding you with achievements and stuff like that, but I would much rather play normal mode and advanced mode, which is why those are going to be the number 1 and 2 spots, is because that's the sweet spot for me. Expert is just a little too difficult for me to want to regularly play it. I would much rather play something a little bit easier, because expert can kind of be unfair at times. It's especially difficult if you're playing expert realism mode, but then again though, adding realism to any of the game modes does make it definitely harder. Game mode difficulty is a tricky thing to balance, because you need to end up having a perfect sweet spot for the game to end up being good, or you just give players the choice like Left 4 Dead does, and you make it so that way you can rotate between all the different game modes. Left 4 Dead works because they end up giving you the choice of the game modes. If, like, let's say normal mode was the default mode in Left 4 Dead and you couldn't make it any more harder or any more easier, Left 4 Dead probably wouldn't be as popular as it is today. But because you have that choice, that ends up giving you variety with the game, even more so because of the director. Because when you end up changing the difficulty, you're also in a way changing the director, which can end up making it so that way the game feels fresh and new every single time. Sometimes you get a tank, sometimes you get a witch, sometimes you get a jockey, sometimes you get a hunter, and sometimes they're going to be a lot more dangerous than they otherwise would be normally. And that's what makes Left 4 Dead fun. It's just that for how difficult expert mode is, I would rather have it be a novel fun thing than a regularly occurring thing, if that makes any sense. Alrighty guys, so for the second to last spot, we have got normal mode. So why did I decide to put normal mode at the second to last spot? Normal mode is a very good default game mode for Left 4 Dead. So much so that I think that Valve pretty much nailed it on the head in terms of how difficult the base game of Left 4 Dead should be. Normal mode in Left 4 Dead feels like what Left 4 Dead should be balance-wise, because easy feels definitely too easy, and everything else does feel very, very hard in comparison to normal mode, because the jump is a lot more noticeable. Now, normal mode, there's a decent amount of special infected, there's a decent amount of common infected, and you very well can die in normal mode. I think that the chances of dying in normal mode are still slim to none in comparison to advanced mode and expert mode, but it's most certainly much higher than if you were to play easy mode. Trying to die on easy mode is very difficult to do. You have to go out of your way to kill yourself in easy mode. For somebody that wants to have just a little bit more of a challenge in comparison to easy mode and still be able to play Left 4 Dead casually, normal mode is the go-to game mode. In fact, a lot of the recent times that I've been playing Left 4 Dead, I have been playing on normal mode. The reason for this is because I don't need to show off my skills in Left 4 Dead. I've already shown them off in prior videos and live streams in the past, and you guys already know my skill level with Left 4 Dead. My videos are more hypothetical and humor-based anyways, so I really don't need to end up showing off crazy high-skill gameplay in the background when the video doesn't exactly revolve around that. When I end up playing a video game, I mostly want to end up having fun. Sure, of course, I would like to show off and end up gloating, at least a little bit, we all do, but I've done that before already, and I've kind of gotten my fix with Left 4 Dead, so it's not exactly necessary anymore. But I occasionally do still get that itch, and that's why you sometimes see challenges on the channel, but even then, it's still on normal mode because the challenge is already so difficult, I'm not going to make it even more annoying by playing on, like, let's say, advanced mode or expert mode or something. All in all, video games at the end of the day are about having fun, and so it's about having fun your way. You can end up having a challenge, and you can also end up having a freebie every once in a while. You don't have to end up being so strict on yourself. You can end up having a sense of variety where one day you feel like sweating and one day you feel like not, and that's completely and utterly okay. So the fact that Left 4 Dead has the option to pick is what really makes Left 4 Dead work in the first place. Now, of course, by process of elimination, you guys can tell what the number one spot is going to end up being. The number one spot is going to end up being advanced mode. For the longest time, I always played Left 4 Dead on advanced mode. In fact, recently, I've been playing Left 4 Dead again on advanced mode, because advanced mode is my favorite game mode personally. I think advanced mode is just perfect enough of a mixture of challenge and fun casualness, because normal mode and easy mode, the tanks and the witch and all the other special infected, they're not exactly threatening. But with expert mode, it's just a little bit too rage-inducing at times for how casually I play, because Left 4 Dead's not the only game mode I play anymore. I'm trying to balance other games, so I really don't have exactly a lot of skill that I can end up dedicating to Left 4 Dead at the moment, so I don't want to necessarily challenge myself and just get frustrated all the time. So advanced mode is my sweet spot. I like advanced mode because it gives me the ability to challenge myself within reason and still feel satisfied. I'm scratching that said itch. In any given advanced mode session in Left 4 Dead, I would say it's fair to say that I will probably experience personally anywhere between 0 or 1 death, a little more, a little less, sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 2, and I would say that I have a decent amount of downs, like somewhere a little bit less than 5 across me and my entire team. But I actually will end up getting into a lot of different engagements where my life is actually on the line, and there's the illusion that I might not make it. I'm most likely going to make it because I played advanced mode several times over, but there is the chance that I will not make it. So the chance that my life is actually in danger and I could lose, the idea of that is what makes it fun. That's where the adrenaline rush and the sense of gaming enjoyment comes from. So that's why I decided to rank all the game modes in the way that I did. Let me know in the comment section down below what you would have ranked them if you made this video. And other than that, guys, I do hope you ended up enjoying. And if you did, please consider dropping a like, comment, subscribe, follow, and all that beautiful stuff. And by the way, guys, if you guys would also like to financially support the channel before you take off, I just wanted to mention a couple things. I would really appreciate if you guys would go check out my Patreon. It's linked down below in the description. I would also appreciate if you use my supporter creator code BlackNinja797 in all caps in the Fortnite and Epic Games item shops, because Epic's my very first sponsor and they were sponsoring today's video, so shout out to Epic Games. And finally, I just want to let you guys know that I recently started a business. It's called Breakthrough Business. Breakthrough Business is where I end up making psychology-based courses and videos for you guys in YouTube format at mastermind.com. And the very first course that I've already created for you guys that you can check out right now at mastermind.com is going to end up being called The Courageous Man Blueprint: How to Achieve Unbreakable Confidence for Young Men. I wanted to make something that a lot of people will get value out of and give back to society. So if you yourself are looking for something like this or know somebody else that is looking for something like this, then please definitely check out the link down below in the description. But other than that, guys, I hope you ended up enjoying seeing another YouTube video from the most unique YouTubers are ever going to see. Thanks for watching, guys. I love all of you, and peace out.
Hey, meme lords, Jesus here. And you better have enjoyed that video there by the Eternal God Daddy Ninja. You should probably subscribe too, or the mighty Moab will come for your balls. If you enjoyed the video, you might like it too. And give me the memes. Flash, bang, boom!